unfortunately it is the afternoon. It's 2 o'clock, but I did wake up half an hour ago, so it was 1:30, and I didn't get to sleep until 3 o'clock. So when I woke up originally at, I think it was like 10 to 11 or something, and I was like, no. Actually, I was thinking, I remember thinking, actually I should probably get up now, but then I thought, actually, no, I've only had like 6 hours, I think I'll keep going. So I got to sleep at about 3 because I was watching Rocky, which I've never seen. But yeah, I mean, I'm totally obsessed with Rambo, but I've never seen Rocky, so I thought, well, I'll give that a go. So I did. It was really good. Anyway, so I got to sleep eventually, and washing machine. And my first dream, whoa, my grandma was in it, and she was really weird. It was in my, not last house, well, wherever my mum lives now is in the house before that. And I used to have to go through my brother's room to get into my room, because it was originally one big room that I shared with him. And obviously because of that, all the time, every time he was in there, I would have to get through when he was in there. So my grandma said, right, it's time for you to go to sleep. And I was like, what? And I was in some kind of, it was a bit like a, I don't know, it was a bit like a loony bin, I suppose. But it was, my grandma said, make sure your TV's off, and, you know, no messing about or anything, just get straight to sleep. And I was like, okay. And I asked her, I remember asking if I could do a jigsaw, and she went, well, you're not really supposed to. And I was like, I know, but come on, Grandma, what if I can't sleep? And she was like, no, I'd rather you didn't, because you might make some noise putting it away. And I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, she left, and I kept turning my TV on, watching some TV, and I kept hearing next door in my brother's room, no, no, and I was like, I just had this vision of him in bed just going, no, and I was like, what is he doing? So I went into his room, and it wasn't just him, he was helping some girl up. She was resting on the 2 of them. There was my brother and my friend Sam Van Leash out from Kiwi from New Zealand. That's him. And he was the one doing that. My brother was making silly suggestions and he was going, no. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense now. I don't know who the girl was, but then she disappeared anyway. So yeah. I think she was drunk. But then what happened next? Yes. So my grandma kept coming upstairs, and every time I heard her I was like, oh, I had to like turn my light off, turn my telly off, turn the video machine off, climb into bed, take my glasses off, thing I always forget to do, and then just pretend to be asleep, I guess. And one time I didn't quite do it quick enough. I left my glasses on and I left the light on, and I wasn't even in bed yet. I was just going, and then she came in and went, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm not doing anything, I'm doing anything. And then of course, so yeah, she caught me out. I can't remember what happened, but it wasn't very nice. So that was the weird one that I remember. Next one, it was about Becky from Coronation Street. I love Becky, she's great. Who doesn't love Becky? But yeah, she was actually singing this song. Like, she'd left, I was watching a video for some reason with my friend Tash. Hi Tash. Good old Tash. Jeremy Conduction. Anyway, yes, we were watching this film, and this little music video for this new artist that was out, and I was like, I recognise who she is, and she was singing this song, and it was like, diddly did diddly did diddly diddly did closer to you, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, closer to you, and she was on the speedboat and she was doing all this dancing and stuff, and it was really cool, and the song was actually really good. It wasn't all this like pop rubbish child pants. It was like, it was really good, it was really nice. And I remember thinking, who is that? I remember that face. She kept doing this face where she was like, and I was like, I know who that is. Oh my god, it's Becky from Coronation Street. Oh, and I was like, right, yeah, totally. What is she doing on a speedboat? And Tasha was like, do you not know she's a singer now? That's why she left Coronation Street. And I was like, but she hasn't left yet. What the hell are you talking about? But it was all choking on my head. But it was really good. I liked it anyway. And she was really good. Then the next dream, I was, what was I doing? I was this old man. What can you do? Not my fault. But I was this old man, and he was doing something wrong or something, and he was trying to get away. He was trying to explain something. I think it was actually Rocky's manager. I think it looked like him, but at the same time it didn't, and it wasn't even like him, but it might have been. I don't know. But he was sort of following this guy around, trying to explain to him why he didn't do something, and I kept being him, and it was this big long stupid thing, and I was in this big waterproof suit thing, and I was being dunked in this water all the time, and I was like, oh, will you stop it? And this other guy, he was totally dry, and I was like, oh, woo. And yeah, that's pretty much what it was about. Anyway, I'm starting to forget, I can't believe it. I'll remember it later. It's really annoying. But breakfast. Yeah. I'm sure there was another one. No, I think that's it actually. Well, anyway, I woke up. I came in the living room, because that's where the laptop was. So I was like, can't bother to move it. So yeah, they're my dreams for last night. I'm sorry there wasn't as much detail as there could have been. I hope you enjoyed hearing about them just as much as I had dreaming them. If you didn't, then I'm really not surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I have games to install. I know, I've spent that long on Sims 3 that I couldn't remember what Sims 2 was like, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go backwards now. And after this, Sims Making Magic.